welcome to the new moon in Libra. As I was just saying, I am coming straight from a blowout wedding. So I still have my wedding attire on, but it was so perfect and so apropos for the energy of today. So today is a Libra new moon, and Libra is the sign of pairing. So, and as you'll see from tonight's ritual, it's like just the perfect time to be coming from a wedding. And it was just a nice moment to reflect on all of the different ways that we celebrate couplings. Here abroad, they celebrate it one way, and in the United States, we celebrate it another way. And all over the world, there's just so many ways to celebrate couplings. But the beauty of it is just when you see two souls come together who complement each other and strengthen each other and support each other. And that doesn't have to take the form of a, traditional heterosexual coupling. That can be in any pairing, and it can even be in a platonic pairing. It doesn't have to be romantic. Love comes in so many forms, and that's what's so amazing about being here in this time-space reality we call life on Earth, is that what love looks like is changing. There's still the traditional love that we know and we've been raised with. At least I was raised with in a Western culture. And now there's like just such a diversity of love and all of its forms that it can come in. So congratulations to the new couple, and congratulations to any of you out there who might be this year or this moon or anytime recently getting married or committing yourself to one another. Because again, it doesn't have to be we're in a time that traditions don't dictate our lives, so two people can commit to each other with just the two of them, and that can be enough. Back in olden days, they used to have ceremonies where you could look this up, called hand fasting. Two people could just pronounce themselves husband and wife by tying their hands together and declaring it between the two of them. It was during times of conflict or war or long distance travel when a traditional wedding couldn't happen. And all it was two people coming together and agreeing that they were going to join together. And then they presented themselves as a couple, and it stood. And there didn't have to be legal work or paperwork or any of the modern trappings that we know of when we think of couplings. It could just be two people who decided to bring themselves together. So let's go through this ritual and talk a little bit more about that. So this is a really fun ritual. If you guys have been in my energy for a little bit, you know that I'm not that shy when it comes to love and all of the fun ways that we can enjoy love. Not just the love that we have in our souls, but the physical love that we create together, because here's a not so universal secret. It takes two to tango when we're talking about creating life in this place that we call Earth, this time-space reality. But if you go through the ritual, you'll know more about what I'm talking about, but I'm going to give you guys a little sample of that. And okay, here we go. So the Libra new moon. Extend an olive branch and maybe enjoy a few olives while you're at it, because it's time to fulfill those desires too. In a world increasingly focused on solo adventures, individual pursuits, independent women and men, when one person can do it all, why bother depending on a partnership? Well, here's a little not-so-secret universal truth of humanity. While modern science may be catching up, it takes two to tango and create the spark of energy required to draw new life from non-physical into physical reality. Whether that new life is created by two lovers in a traditional heterosexual coupling, or created out of love via the assistance of modern technology with surrogates and science, collaboration is the potion that sets life in motion. During the last lunar cycle, we started owning every part of our lived experience, sharing authentically and unabashedly what makes each of us a unique spark of divine source. This month, the new moon in Libra encourages us to couple up and usher in a spirit of partnership and cooperation. As the sign of balance, Libra ensures that opposites positively attract with a ritual for drawing in new romantic love or improving the intimate relationships we are already in by fulfilling all our desires. So with love, light, and a spark of desire, it's me, Autumn. So note, this month's ritual is gonna push the envelope a little bit. If you've been in this space for a while, I hope you feel comfortable enough to step into this ritual with an open mind and an open heart and a spirit of adventure. There's a little bit of sex magic, so I'll just say it. It's a sex magic ritual. And here's a warning. So per our community rules, this ritual may not be appropriate for all participants. It's a recommended minimum participation age of at least 18 years old, because in the United States, that is the age of consent, that's the age of majority. So additionally, if you're not prepared to emotionally, physically, or spiritually engage in an intimate, consensual sexual act with a partner, please do not proceed with this ritual. And that's okay. You can just skip right over this one, okay? But if you are interested, go ahead and do it. And if you need any additional resources to address any trapped sexual energy, trauma, shame, or triggering emotions, please see the resources available in this space. Consider seeking the support of a licensed professional or exploring the resources available at laylamartin.com. I've linked her in. She is a woman who explores reigniting our sexual energy after trauma or abuse. So I am not in a place to support you with that. I wish you so much love and light and would be so happy to guide you towards somebody who can help you with that. But this ritual is for anyone who's ready to explore that energy. So we have a really fun sex magic. If you guys want to know, here's a little, I'm just going to say it. You've been with me a while, I hope. And if this is your first ritual, well, you're in for a treat. Sex magic is my absolute favorite way to manifest. Mom, Pam, that's my mother-in-law. If you're watching, I love you. I'm sorry. You supported me in marrying my soulmate, and that's it. So yeah, this month's ritual has some sex magic in it, and I hope you will enjoy. And also, if you are not currently in a partnership, there is a ritual to attract love if you're interested in that, or to discover more self-love, because with manifesting and life, we attract what we are, not what we want. So this ritual can really help to develop our self-love muscles so that in that way, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, but also at a soul level where we really truly love ourselves at a soul level and a core level so that we draw in what we're a perfect match to. Okay. So that is the Libra New Moon ritual. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing new moon. And please don't forget to plant your intentions. Oh, can you see it? Remember, it's just, you can have this in a journal, or you can use the PDFs that are attached in the resources, or you just take a simple piece of paper and fold it in fourths, and then make sure that you label today's date for the Libra New Moon. And then you have a couple of options. The one that I suggest people start with if you're new to manifesting by the cycles of the moon is your 4 quadrants for your square of life would be health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. Or if you've been in this space for a while, you may feel called to change that up. Like if this is a second cycle through the Libra New Moon, you might want like a year later, basically. You may want to try ease, flow, connection, and expansion. Those are the energies that I've been playing with lately, and it really helps get us up into our higher energies and like at a higher vibration, because health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression are a great way to frame our physical realities and like our physical energies. But ease, flow, connection, expansion, those are more like, they're more metaphysical. They're kind of like higher vibration words that like get us out of the human experience and into the spiritual experience. And I just really find like it helps while being a human and being just very susceptible to all things human. It gives us a good chance at the new moon to reconnect with our spiritual, our etheric body, if you want to call it that, or our spiritual aspirations, or our esoteric inspiration, whatever resonates. And then you'll want to keep that for 6 months from now when you will reflect on it at the Libra full moon. So I discussed in a prior ritual creating an angel altar that was in the, what was our last moon? Oh, okay, well if you've been here a minute, you've seen the angel altar, and if not, it was at the, Pisces. It was at the Pisces full moon. So go look at the Pisces full moon ritual guide to how to create an angel altar or a sigil. You'll know what those are if you did the last ritual, or if you were gonna go back, you can do a sigil or a angel altar. And that's where I keep my square of life, my intentions. I keep those kind of either under them or up on my altar. My altar's right here with my God box and my holy triangle, which were our last new moon. That was in the Virgo, so the Virgo new moon. So if anything I just mentioned, you're like, what? I'm new in this space, just go back with your rituals and find it, because you have access to all this information at any time. Okay, so happy new moon in Libra. I hope that you are just all kinds of zinging and all kinds of ready to have a beautiful lunar phase where you start to love yourself. You already do. Fantastic. This is an opportunity to go deeper with that practice. It's also an opportunity to bring somebody else in on this magic. I do say in the ritual that this is like a consenting act, but if you're not quite ready to talk about this with your partner, you can do this as a self-love activity, or you can just do it on your own while in that intimate coupling until you feel ready to bring your partner in on what it is that you're doing. So this is a little TMI, but that's what you're here for. I started doing sex magic maybe 3 years ago. And about 2 years ago was when I let my husband in on it. Not let my husband in on it, but it was kind of like, hey, so I've been doing this thing. Are you interested at all in doing it with me? And, he was like, sure, whatever, babe, of course. And it wasn't until we had a few really fun little coinky-dink sex magic things happen, he was like, there might be something to this. So you'll see in the ritual that essentially at the moment of climax, you kind of invite a miracle in, and there's some stuff on conscious conception in there. So if anybody is trying to draw in that divine spark that brings life into physical form, there's some information in there for you. But also, I manifested a snow day. I mean, I know that sounds weird and crazy and wild, but literally I had to travel, and I was like, man, it would be so nice if instead of tomorrow just being a regular hustle and bustle and we gotta go, what if we could just have a really great day as a family, and then I go on my work trip. And we had a snow day. I was like, what would it take for tomorrow to just be an easy day? And I was almost ready to just call the day off and all of us stay home. I was gonna see if I could manifest that, but that would have required my work and my effort and my organization and controlling the manifestation. And instead I just set the intention during some sex magic practice, and sure enough, the next morning, snow day! So I don't believe I'm that powerful to have shut down a metropolitan city from a snow day, but I do believe that the universe is always conspiring to have our back and to support us in our manifestations and support us in our desires. And the more we can tune into that energy of just feeling good above all else and enjoying the things that make us very uniquely human in a really loving way, the more we're going to be able to draw from the immaterial planes that which we are seeking. And like Rumi says, whatever we are seeking is seeking us as well. So I hope you guys have an amazing new moon. Plant your rituals. Let me know if you want to DM me on Instagram any of your sex magic. I love hearing sex magic stories. Maybe someday down the line, you'll be hearing a lot more about that from me, because that's my energy, and that's where I used to hide. And the more I step into that as a female, and the more I share that energy with other females and males too, in a safe and responsible and sacred way, just sharing that it's okay to be these spiritual and sexual beings. That's what we're here for. So maybe that's why I wore this headband. This is very free love, right? 70s vibe. Okay. I gotta go. So much love. Bye. Happy new moon.